Well, welcome back to the Steve Clifton podcast. I am Steve Clifton. He is I is him. We are we. As or as was, were, be, being, been. You know, all that stuff that we learned in like fifth grade elementary class. Anyways, for you guys joining me on the YouTube channel, you can see that I got a new microphone. For y'all listening to me on Spotify, you can probably tell I got a new microphone. It sounds way better. Shout out to my brother, James Clifton, for getting me this. It's awesome, man. It sounds way better. I'm excited. It's a work in progress, my podcast here. Next, I'll work on the visual for you guys watching on the channel there, all three of you. I'm going to be bagging on the people. I feel like a radio DJ. Coming up on the next hour, we have Smooth Jams, 103.37 Smooth. I don't know. I never had one of these before. It looks kind of weird, but it sounds amazing. But let's moving along here. Let's talk about some good stuff that's happening on. What I had a awesome week. How did you guys have? How was your week? My week was awesome, man. Really good week. I was off this weekend from my retail job. For you people that work in retail, you know, it's hard to get a weekend off, at least a full weekend. How dare they? So that was nice. I got a full weekend off. Halloween weekend is that. So it was great. It was great. Saturday, I was invited to and went to a bonfire from my church. And it was amazing. I had so much fun there. There's just always this, people think people from church throw a party and they have fun. We're just normal people like everybody else, okay? We sat there around a campfire and swapped stories. Mostly me telling funny stories about my life, and ate some hot dogs and marshmallow and chili and candy. Yeah, it was interesting. Lots of food. It was great. Great time. Great people. Stories. Kids running around, adults around a fire telling, it's really weird whenever you get around a fire, all of a sudden your honesty starts coming out. It's like, this is a good time to be like, tell something that happened to me. I don't know. A good time. Didn't want to leave. It was amazing. I just had so much fun, and still kind of riding off the enjoyment from it. So great time. The one interesting thing was we was sitting around a fire, and the host recently they got some work done, and somebody was working on their sprinkler system, and I guess they switched the time wrong to the AM to PM. Anyways, we got a little wet there. Oh, what is that? Party's over. Get out of my house. No, they were great people. But hey, it happens. Anyways, what'd you guys do for Halloween? Halloween was fun. Was your Halloween fun? For lunch, I had a buffalo chicken sandwich. I don't know why I needed to share that, but it was amazing. Everything's amazing to me on this segment right here. I'm going to call this segment Life's Amazing. Because it is. It was really good. I don't really eat a lot of buffalo stuff because it has a tendency to be too hot. Perfect mixture of hot and not hot. Is that such a thing? Let's argue. Anyways, it was really good. And then I took waiting, anticipating for the Cowboys to come on. And then you get the news that Dak is not starting. You're like, oh, really? It's going to be boring. This is going to be boring. So I was thinking that would lead to more trick-or-treaters, but there wasn't really as many as I thought there was going to be. So, but we'll get into that here a little bit. Other than that, what you guys got going on? Guess what I'm doing, y'all? For the people that know me, now this is going to be really tough, I guess, or they might not believe it, but I actually went to the library. Yeah, and got a book. Really? Anybody? No, I got a book. Actually, I got the same book I've been trying to read for 3 years. It's Robin Williams, obviously not autobiography. Robin Williams biography. During the pandemic in 2020, I was like, oh, there's nothing to do. Let me read. I read the first chapter, and then I took it back, and then the next year I read the second chapter. So I got it again. I'm on the third chapter, so hopefully I'll be finished with this book by the time I'm 90, and we'll see. No, I'm going to try to really do it this time. I'm going to try to set myself. I'm a goal-driven guy, I guess, more of a task-driven, so I think sometimes that's why I don't finish stuff like that, because it becomes a task to me. Like, it's a task. I got to do it. I mean, come on, y'all. I had an alarm clock when I was 5 years old. Okay. Y'all have heard me talk. I grew up in the 80s. I was very task driven. I had to get stuff done. So I'm going to try to just enjoy it this time instead of making it a task. Kind of like this podcast. Just kind of enjoy this. Because, let's face it, guys, those people that know me, I mean, if you don't, you're looking at me right now, you're listening to me. I'm rough around the edges. But that's who I am. That's what I am, who I am, like I said before. So I can't really fix that. I was created that way for a reason, so I'm just going to roll with it. Just like this podcast, I don't have an editor. It's not in my budget. Thank goodness for my brother, he gave me this microphone. I would have got one eventually, but this is amazing, dude. Thank you so much. Anyways, let's move along here. So on my first segment, let's clear your mind. What's on y'all's mind? We talked about good stuff. Now, what's something what's on your mind? What's something you saw that you're like, what? I'll go first. I don't really know much about PETA. I mean, I know what they are. They're for animals and stuff like that, animals' rights. And I'm going to sound stupid like on this, but once again, like I said, I'm not really highly educated, but that's okay. We'll learn together. Someone tell me. But I did see that they're trying to get the Major League Baseball to change the bullpen and call it Arm Barn. Why? Was some bull offended somewhere or something? Like, was there like some bull just like standing in the middle of the field, and just one day he was like, you know what? That's not right. How do we know if the bull's offended? What if the bull is honored that it's named after them? Right? I mean, the bull's mad now. Like we're making bulls are offended now, man. So I mean, it pretty soon within the next 10 years, every animal to me is going to be offended about something. Why not? No more bear claws at the donut store. Can't have a bear claw. Dad, can I get no? You can't have a bear claw. You can have a donut that's shaped like a bear's hand. Is what we're gonna have to start calling it. I mean, they're gonna start canceling songs next. No more Jailbird Rock. Can't have that. Can't have When Doves Cry. No, sir. Some doves are offended somewhere. We're gonna offend some doves in our lives. Okay. The Beatles are no longer called the Beatles, guys. They're called 4 individuals from Liverpool. Now coming next, 4 individuals from Liverpool. I mean, Woody Woodpecker, is he mad because we have a cartoon making fun of him? I mean, come on. I mean, I get PETA, and I think their importance. I mean, I get it. I understand, but a bull's offended? I don't know. Man, this party, it was a well of a, oh, wait, I can't say well of a time no more. I'm having a whole lot of fun enjoying these moments at this party. I mean, we're just pretty soon we're not going to be able to say anything with animals, I'm sure. Like plenty of fish in the sea. What about the other sea creatures? They're going to be starting to feel left out, No love for the manatees? Where's my manatee lovers at? Anyways, I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to do. It's kind of hard to navigate this. But like I said, because I'm rough around the edges, man, it's cold outside. Should I put this turtleneck? Oh, wait. Sorry, I can't call that no more. Sweater with long neck. I mean, come on. Honestly, I don't even really know. I guess I maybe should educate myself why it's called the bullpen. I guess because it's it's a pen, just like a bullpen, and it's pitchers that are just ready to get in the game. I don't know. Kids, no more playing horse. You can't play horse no more. We gotta have to start calling that something else. I mean, I can't go to the pizza buffet anymore. I mean, like, man, I'm about to go in here and pig out. I can't say that no more. I'm about to go in there and eat a lot of pizza and feel bloated. I mean, what's next? I don't know. Let's get off this soapbox. Oh, I can't say that. Soap is going to get offended next. Pretty soon, soap bars are going to have soap bars. Lives matter. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of anything like that. It's just like, what are we going to do? Like, animals are getting offended now. I mean, I get defending animals. Trust me. But really, a bull? Do you think a bull cares that the Major League Baseball is called a bullpen? I don't think they do. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, moving along to our next segment here. Like to call this segment "Don't Bully Me." Stop bullying me. Isn't it crazy how? And I'm guilty of this as well. I'm trying to get my good posture here. I'm guilty of this as well. Trying to slow down here and punctuate and say my words slowly because I'm rough. If I did that, the podcast would last like 78 minutes. I had a cousin of mine, like, your podcast was 45 minutes. It's too long. Isn't it amazing how people, look, I'm bullying people now. Isn't it amazing how people's 45 minutes and then they'll sit down on their TV and watch 3.5 hours of stuff that doesn't even matter. A marathon of pimple poppers or my feet's on fire, whatever these people watch, but they can't spend 45 minutes. Someone's like, why are you bagging on your cousin? What's he going to do? Uncousin me? Sounds like something in Arkansas, something. I'm not your cousin anymore. Anyways, don't bully me. Isn't it crazy how we have strong opinions about food, especially the food that oh, another light came on. The lighting got better. It's we have strong opinions about food. Stay on the subject, Steve. We got strong opinions about food, and when we feel strong about our particular side of that food, it goes deep. I've seen this experiment before on Facebook. Whenever you can post something about something that's really controversial or really something really happening on the earth, and sometimes you might get three or four people saying stuff back, and back in, and then sometimes you'll get nothing. I think it's because people are scared of having opinions. But whenever you put something that's about food on there, you can have 96 comments. You can put on there, how's global warming going, and get 3 comments. But if you go in there and you put, how do you like your orange juice, pulp or no pulp? You can start World War IV on Facebook for that one. Me personally, I'm a pulp person. I know that might be kind of weird to some of y'all. Pulp, ugh. Why would you do that? It's good, right? To get it stuck in my teeth. I don't know. I've always drank pulp. I mean, I'll drink an orange juice with no pulp, but I know us pulp lovers, whenever you get pulp, they're like, hey, why would you? Because I like it. It's going in my mouth, not yours. Mind your own. Anyways, pulp versus no pulp. There's all kinds of other ones. What about when you get a hamburger and people are like, would you like mayo or mustard on it? And from some of us kids that I have some friends this way, and I'm that way too, that still get the burger like when we were 7. Can I get some ketchup on it? Ketchup on your burger? Man, I'm eating it. I paid for it. This is Jack in the Box. Just give me my burger. It's like, I don't know. Same thing with hot dogs. When you go to like a barbecue or whatever, and there's going to be somebody there that puts ketchup. Not me. I put mustard on a hot dog because I'm not a savage. Someone's always going to get ketchup on their hot dog, and they're going to get hated on. Right? Why would you put ketchup on a hot dog? Because I'm 12. No. Sweet tea versus non-sweet tea is always 1 and 2 as well. I'm in Texas, so how dare someone drink non-sweet tea in my house? So get out of here. Get out of here with your non-sweet tea. No, in Texas, there's sweet tea and not as much sweet tea, honestly. Uh, tea with no, I mean, see what I was saying? Even I'm a bully. I'm a bullying people. I'm gonna bully you now. Same thing with people. Whenever you order pineapple on a pizza, how dare you order a pineapple on pizza? Gross. Last time I checked, I worked at a job and I paid for my own pizza. If I want to have 1,900 pineapples on my pizza, mind your own. Quit bullying me. I feel like I'm talking to my therapist. For all of this first time listening to me, this is therapy to me because I can't afford a therapist because it doesn't fit my budget because I'm ordering too many pineapple pizzas. This is always a controversial one to me. I have a debate on my friends all the time. You're eating ranch on your cheese sticks? Yeah, I'm human. Yeah, I'm eating ranch on my cheese sticks. I would honestly bet the majority of people eat ranch on their cheese sticks. Marinara sauce. I like marinara sauce. I like it, but I also like ranch better. Quit bullying me. I don't know. Brown or cream gravy on your mashed potatoes. To me, that depends on like what's going on. This time of the year, November, I'm sure brown gravy is usually accepted, but you don't get brown gravy with chicken fried steak. You get cream gravy. What are you, a alien? I don't know. How do you like your steak is always one too. So how do you like your steak cooked? And then someone always says, "Oh, I like it raw." Ew, raw. That's gross. Man, you ain't eating it. Or the person that likes it well done. Ew, why do you even cook? Why? That's a waste of money. Why are you even cooking it? It's my money if I want to eat my steak. Anyways, Pepsi versus Coke is always a good one. Down here in Texas. Sorry guys, my wife is texting me. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. That's the best way to go. Okay. Anyways, Pepsi versus Coke is one down here. It's always Coke here, usually. Even when I worked for Pepsi back in the day, I still drank Coke secretly on my lunch break because you can get fired for that, believe it or not. But it's really weird when you go to a store and you're like, what would you like to drink? Coke. They always say, "Is Pepsi okay?" They never say, "We have Pepsi." They say, "Is Pepsi okay?" No, it's not okay. How dare you not have Coke? No. Same thing with whenever they say, "Can I get a Dr. Pepper?" And they're like, "Is Mr. Pibb okay?" I don't know, Mr. Pibb. I hope he's okay, but he ain't going in my mouth. This is Texas. Where's the Dr. Pepper? So, yeah, we are food bullies. We are food bullies. All right, so let's move along here. People are messy, y'all. People are humans. Don't trust humans. Okay. For y'all that doesn't know what a human is, Google it. Okay. Don't trust humans. Don't trust people. We're messy. I think there's some key indicators though that we don't pay attention to. That we just kind of like we're looking at our phones too much. But I'm a guy from the 80s, as I said 1,000 times on here, and I'm very observant because mostly I grew up in the hood. I was always, looking around behind my back, make sure my door was locked, make sure my windows were locked. So I'm very observant, and I just want to give you some notes here. Well, like if you see these people, humans doing this, to run or call 911. Like an example, never trust a human you see picking up dog poop in a dog park, but he ain't got no dog with him. Like, Ken, what are you doing? Why are you picking up dog poop in a park? You want to come to my house? I got dog poop all in my backyard you can pick up, fall free. Just stay away from me. My family can't be trusted. Never trust a human that exclusively drinks Mountain Dew. What? All right, Justin, put the Xbox controller down and mix in, I don't know, a tea, a water. Only Mountain Dew? Do you even human? Anyways, what about anybody? You're at the Super Bowl party, somebody walks up to the dip that everybody's been murdering, and they're like, this dip is good. How many calories are in it? What? How many calories are in it? I don't know, Susan. I'm trying to watch The Weekend on the halftime show, man. I don't know how many calories are in it. Do you even human? What about this one? Never trust a human that answers the door when you knock on their door, answers the door holding a cat, petting it, just staring at you like right deeply in the eye. Just, is Jessica here? Never mind. I gotta go. Do you even human? Never trust a human that knows the difference of bird sounds when he hears them. Oh, that's a nice robin. It comes in from the north. What? You know all the bird sounds? 911, what's your emergency? I have a creeper in the park here. Run. Do you even human? Same thing. Knows way too much about different kinds of cheeses. This is good. But you know what would be better with a sandwich? A good brie or a Gouda or maybe a feta. What? I know 2 kinds of cheeses. Cheese in a bag and cheese in a plastic wrapper. That's all you really, anything past that, you got issues. I don't know. Do you even human? Last one. I like this one a lot. Never trust a human that, orders chicken strips at a Mexican food restaurant. Like, really? Are you going to kill all of us in the parking lot afterwards? What chicken strips at a Mexican food restaurant? Do you even human? I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying not to get your blood pressure up. That's why I start out the show with something good, work our way down. Anyways, it's time for one of my favorite segments of the show. This is the Get Off My Lawn segment. I guess I need to work on my production, and get some music going on. Get off my lawn. Hey, you. Get off my lawn. Anyways, I got a couple things for this. First thing is, I teased it the first there. Is it just me? Or was Halloween better in the 80s and 90s? And some of y'all listening in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Anyways, it's just, to me, the Halloween it's not as good as it was. This is definitely Get Off My Lawn material. It's not as good as it was. It just seems like it's not a thing anymore. First off, retail wise and store wise, it's like summer's over, Thanksgiving, Christmas, let's go. It's like Halloween is almost like an afterthought as the years go by and by and by and by. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but whenever I was little, it was such an ordeal. You counted down the days, and I got 2 kids, and neither one of them really ever counted down the days for that. It's theirs, like yay, and it's just like it doesn't seem like it's big of a deal. Even like when I was last 10 years, I've just noticed a steady decline. Where it's like whenever we were little, we would go to the trick or treat. First off, I grew up in apartments, so apartment trick-or-treating is way different than house trick-or-treating. Apartment trick-or-treating can be mega because there's like 1,000 apartments. But when we would go to house and neighborhoods, we would drive over to neighborhoods or houses or whatever. You would every house would participate. Every house was on. You would rake up in candy. You would rake up in candy, and then they were so big about checking it. I still check my kids' candy, but there was way even worse in the 80s. People putting razor blades, and now they're like, people are putting drugs in kids' candies. I don't think so. Druggies keep their food, their candy. It's their candy. They're going to give it to kids they don't even know. Going to give it to Preston and Susan that live down the street. No. Anyways, it just seems like it was better then. Maybe it's just me getting old. Even though I say that, I'm looking at my daughter's candy now, and she got so much candy, but it was only because like the last guy was like, "You're like the 3rd person I see. Take it all," and he literally just gave everything he had because he wanted to get rid of it. So maybe that's, as usual, these kids these days don't have to work as hard to get stuff. But I'm glad I gave it to my daughter so she didn't cry. But maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It just seems like it was a bigger deal back then. I don't know. You just felt Halloween in the 70s, 80s. 90s even. You felt Halloween. You felt it. Like everybody was dressed up. Every house was decorated. Every light was on. I don't know. It was better. Light etiquette's another thing. Some people leave their light on, don't answer the door. Leave your light on, don't answer the door. Turn your light off. Don't you know the rules? And then the other way, kids, if there's no light on, don't knock on the door. If there's no light, that means there's no, I don't know. Just Halloween was better to me whenever I was a little kid. And people were like, well, the Cowboy game was on. And that does make a difference for sure. Cowboys rule here in Dallas. I mean, Cowboys dominate everything. I mean, the world could be ending. Literally one time there was a tornado tearing up Dallas, and they're like, they didn't cut from the Cowboy game. They're like, oh, well, it's 4th and 3. And if your house is gone, you can't see me. I mean, so Cowboys dominate. So that's probably a little bit of it. But even then, it still hasn't been as good in a long time. Second thing I want to talk about, get off my lawn, is for y'all that have kids, I had my daughter had someone stay the night a couple of weeks ago or whatever. And these kids now come with directions. These kids now come with directions. So she can't eat peanuts. Don't have anything with mayonnaise on it. No sodas past 9. Like a gremlin. Don't pour water on her. No food after midnight. They take these 3 pills, and then if her left ear starts, moving, you have to sit her down and talk to her about unicorns. I mean, like, really, these kids come with directions now, man. The 70s and 80s and 90s kids, mostly 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s kids, you didn't have directions. You ate whatever I put in your mouth, your face. Eat that. Sit there till midnight. Don't eat it. I had hardcore uncles. I had hardcore uncles. And I remember one time we went to my uncle's house, and my brother had a Buffalo Bills jersey on. A Buffalo Bills. Okay, this is the middle of the 90s when the Cowboys and the Bills were winning and playing each other in the Super Bowl. And he had a Buffalo Bills jersey just because it was cheap and a hand-me-down at a store or something. Hey, clothes is clothes. And he wouldn't even let him in the house. But no, Buffalo Bills in my house. This Dallas Cowboy. I mean, so could you imagine if you told him, by the way, he can't also eat peanuts? And no way. There's no way. We're okay. We're okay. We didn't have no instructions in the 70s days. Now, I'm sure there was some kids that did, but not like the majority of it now. Like, it's insane. Like, so there wasn't no peanut allergen for kids in the 80s and 90s. All of a sudden, just like, I can't eat Twix or anything with peanuts in it. I mean, come on, dude. So babied, so pampered. I understand. They all have different. I try to be sensitive. Like, even my daughter, I try to be sensitive to her anxieties because she has them. And I'm a good dad, but it's really hard for me because, like I said, I grew up in the 80s where, like, we didn't have a lot, and it wasn't because that's how everybody was. Nobody had a lot. So whenever some of the stuff she says, I'm like, you're bored? Really? Okay. You have no idea what boredom is, bro. I'm hungry. There's no food in our house. Dude, I can make 9 meals right now off of stuff we have. Are you kidding me? Anxieties. I don't know if I want to go to sleep. I'm scared. Really? You have your own room, your own bed, your own TV, and 3,000 stuffed animals. A house with all kinds of security systems and locks and doors and stuff. Meanwhile, I grew up in an apartment and the door didn't lock half the time. I mean, come on. It did, but you know what I mean. I'm exaggerating. Anyways, let's get off that. Let's get off my lawn. You get off my lawn. Never trust a human. Get off my lawn. Anyways, we're going to move on to my very last segment here, my favorite segment. One of the reasons why I want to start this podcast is called Alive at 5, where we celebrate 5 things that's great about being alive. See how it is? You start out positive. What's going on in your life? You go down a little bit. Get stuff off your brain that's been stuck on there because you don't have a therapist, and then you end good. So today on the Live at 5 podcast, we're going to go, and I know this is going to be controversial because once again, people are controversial about their food, and y'all can bully me on the comments or at steveclifton7808 at gmail.com. steveclifton7808 at gmail.com, or hit me up in the comments below. Bully me about my list here because I know you're going to bully me about my food list because you are human. Top 5 cereals. Oh, y'all ready for this? This is my personal list. Okay. So I know everybody's going to have a different one. That's why we bully each other. Number 5, Raisin Nut Crunch Bran. Something like that. Raisin Crunch Bran. I know it sounds like an old man cereal. I didn't start liking it until in my 30s, but it's amazing. It's like Raisin Bran with the nut clusters and stuff in it. Oh, it's so good. You get stuck in your teeth and you just eat it later. It's so good. Number 4, I'm going to go, and I wanted to put this higher, but I think this is where it fits. I'm going to go Frosted Mini Wheats. So good. Sounds like an old man cereal as well. But it's so good, especially when you get it like all soggy and then like it disintegrates in your mouth. Sugary and it's weedy and it's good. I want some right now. Let's have cereal for lunch. See, these kids, I'm backtracking. These kids never knew. I used to eat cereal for dinner. What's for dinner tonight? Cereal. Okay, I ate that for breakfast and lunch. Anyways, number 3, I'm going to go Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles for number 3. So good. Put the milk in there, and the milk turns the color, and now the milk tastes something different. So good, Fruity Pebbles. And I like pouring Fruity Pebbles and like sticking my ear to it and it making that sound, like the popping sound, just like so good. Number 2, it's probably a lot of people's number 1s, and this might sound like I'm going chalk because it's probably one of the most legendary cereals of all time, but I'm going to go Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They hit a home run with this one. It's French toast, but it's cereal and it's cinnamon and it's sugary and it's so good. It's so good. It's like, can I just eat the whole box? Good. I mean, like we hide it from each other in my house. It's so good. There's like cereal boxes. I didn't know I hid the Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the bathroom cat. Anyways, number 1. This was a tough one. To me, it makes me feel young again, and it tears up your mouth when you eat it. So to me, that I like anything that makes you feel alive. If it's going to cut me or if it's going to burn me, it's going to leave a memory. And that's Captain Crunch, the original one with the berries, not all these 100 different versions of it. The original one was the yellow squares and it was the berries. So good. You can eat it straight out the box. You can eat it with milk. You can eat it soggy. You can make a milkshake out of it. Make a meatloaf out of it. I don't care. It's so good. So good, Captain Crunch cereal. Anyways, that's the show, guys. Thanks for listening. I'm working on a couple of things here. I want to work on the lighting in this room and maybe a background eventually. But like I said, this is a work in progress, and I'm doing this just to have some fun here and not trying to make it so task driven. So it's going to get there. I'm also working on some editing. Well, because why not? Was what else I've been doing. And I'm going to launch a TikTok channel. I already got my own personal one, but I'm going to make this one separate. So look out for that. But anyways, you guys have a good week. Do something fun, do something memorable. And if you do, don't get in trouble. Anyways, you guys have a good week. We'll see you next time. Hey, God.